Welcome to the channel. I am halfway through cleaning mostly and restoring my Ponsness Warren Size-O-Matic over here that I picked up at an auction. Now most of that is pretty easy. I just use brushes and a little bit of a black nail varnish where this protective paint has come off. But one of the things that has cropped up is that I've had a lot of loss of finish on this handle here, which was unfortunately really rather quite rusted. And I'm going to very quickly blue it. And I thought it'd be fun to have you along for the ride. With bluing, comes out of the bottle these days. That's Perma Blue liquid gun blue. And it basically just creates a chemical reaction which turns the metal black and provides some level of rust protection. You know, light duty stuff, nothing that you'd put outside. But for indoor stuff, it does a great job. This bottle has been kicking around for a while. I still haven't used it all up, but the number one rule with using this stuff is cleanliness. The thing you're going to blue has got to be absolutely grease-free. If you have a little bit of oil on there or something like that, it'll immediately telegraph through. And so the very first thing I'm going to do, since I've got a filthy hand from doing this press, is I'm going to put gloves on so I don't contaminate my steel rod here while I do some work. Next, I'm going to give it a clean. I already have a cloth here. I'm going to start with some alcohol and then I'm going to give it a second one with acetone. But we'll start with the isopropyl. Start at the top, work my way down. That's a good sound, isn't it? So that's number one. And now we do it all again with the acetone. And be careful with a plastic knob on this thing. I don't want to cause any damage to that. Now for best results you really should remove the old bluing, but this is very much just a workshop thing, so we'll leave that on. I have gone over it with some I think 1600 sandpaper and to get the spot rust off. I think we are about there with the cleaning. So time to do some bluing. For the bluing itself I've got this applicator sponge sort of fluffy blob thing here, and we need a little container to put the liquid blue in because we're not going to dip that into the bottle. That would be unprofessional and it would pollute with the liquid inside. Here's our Perma Blue from Birchwood. Cassie, you can get this stuff just about everywhere. Oh my. So we'll pour a little bit out into our chosen container. Obviously this bowl is not going to go back into the kitchen. This is a one-way trip for it. We'll put the lid back on. Goodbye. Okay. Now it's easy. It's dip and apply. And we'll just turn the metal black. There we go, that's really all that's to it. It's really rather quite simple. I'll just work down this, apply the liquid. I mean, really, you shouldn't be worried about doing this. This is something that is simple. It's problem free. The no real damage if it goes wrong, because you can just strip this stuff back and start again. And so, you know, it's a handy little thing to learn. And if you have something you want to blue as a general way of getting used to this, it's best to start with something like this and not try and rework a gun. So that's my advice for you. Now we're looking pretty good here. I'm going to give this a quick wipe down, like so. Now it looks pretty spotty, but not to worry, this stuff actually transforms itself quite nicely once we've applied a little bit of oil to it. It is bone dry right now, and that means it's not going to look its best, but we'll give it a second go once over. There we go. Right, so let's give this a wipe back. Ooh, you can feel the squeakiness of the material. This really is bone dry. Right, and around. You know, I'm just noticing there's still a rusty consistency down here. I think I should have worked it a bit harder. It's the trouble though, it doesn't fit into my drill, so I had to do it by hand, and it got really annoying. Anyway, now the patchiness we're largely going to get rid of, just with some WD-40. Doesn't really matter what you use, anything will do. And we'll give it a twist. And look at that, that looks better, doesn't it? Give it a twist, down it goes. And now we'll just wipe the excess oil away. And we are done. So that's us finished. I think it's good enough for the press anyway. Like I say, down here I should have worked it a bit better. I really should have gotten rid of that rust. That's annoying me. But I don't think it'll matter. And I don't think it'll show. I'm not going to rob you the satisfaction of installing a new handle into the Size-O-Matic. So in it goes. Fun fact, I could not find a hex key to fit this, so I had to grind one back. Is that not insane? Must be something that really gone out of fashion. Anyway, so I'll put that back in there. Give it a twist. That's rock solid. And that's my Allen key. While I have everything out, I just noticed this stuff. And I'm going to very quickly do that in situ. It is way too late and I should be in bed, but I'm not going to let that rust sit there. Here comes the alcohol. Here comes our cold blue. This is still the stuff I used before. You can go down here, but that'll all rub off really rather quickly, and I didn't really clean it. Up here is what I'm after. I'll get rid of the liquid dripped out down here. And we have an excellent demonstration here. This is the area that I cleaned. That's the area I so cleaned. That's the area I didn't clean. Pitch black, a little, and not at all. Oil can, re-lube this. Like a lot. Done. And look, I still gotta clean that. God almighty, this thing has so many bits. I've already cleaned these up. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye bye.